The sport of cycling in Taiwan has been growing in popularity over the past few years. And as well as some serious cycling events at the top level of the sport, entry-level cycling is being made easier with the increased usage of Taiwan's public U-bike system. So it could be said that cycling is becoming a national sport of Taiwan. And talking of national sports, the Brazilian representative recently said this on my channel.
Food in Taiwan is serious business. The national sports of Taiwan is food. It's eating.
So it's obvious that cycling and eating are important here in Taiwan. So with that in mind, and in order to combine these two national sports of Taiwan, cycling with eating, I've come to the CaoHu River cycling road here in the Dali district of the beautiful city of Taichung. In order to celebrate World Bicycle Day, I'm going to be trying my best to eat 10 foods for every kilometer cycled along this beautiful bicycle path. And in order to get myself along this 10-kilometer beautiful cycling road, I'm going to be using this perfect example of Taiwanese engineering, my very own U-bike that I just picked up at one of the very convenient locations along the route. So less talking, more action. Let's get on the bike and start this journey. I've come back in time a little bit to before I started the intro, where I came to find this no-name traditional Ai style breakfast store, where I'll be starting the day with some very traditional Taiwanese breakfast foods to get my energy levels up as high as possible and try and achieve that target of 10 foods over 10 kilometers. The first of the breakfast foods I'm going to be eating is this big bowl of noodles, which in Taiwanese is known as Dali. And just look at the size of this thing. This is going to power me all day along that beautiful bicycle path. Noodles, bean sprouts, hongxian tai, and of course a nice big fat braised tea egg. Protein, carbohydrates, veggies, all in a nice delicious savory soup. Get it down the hatch and then we'll be on to that bicycle path. Really delicious traditional Taiwanese noodles, a nice light flavor, not too strong flavors for this time of the morning. But the noodles, as you would expect from someone that's been doing it for so long, are really well cooked, and there's a really interesting combination of textures with those vegetables and those crunchy bamboo shoots. And the additional option of a braised egg gives it a little bit of a Western flavor. As you all know, in the West, we love eating eggs for breakfast. And just in case the tilami isn't enough, I also ordered a nice and simple egg dumpling with a little bit of extra spicy dongqian la jiao jiang on top. Light, simple, fluffy dumpling pancake, nice and simple. You've seen me introduce dumpling 1,000 times on the channel before. Not much can be said about it. Ultra traditional, ultra delicious. And to wash the breakfast down, I've gone for another very traditional Taiwanese breakfast drink. This is a yang nai, and I think this is the first time in my life ever drinking a goat's milk. Not too sure. Let me know down below if you've seen me drink it before. Smells sweet. Doesn't taste so sweet. Interesting, really nutty, quite overpowering flavor, much stronger than a normal cow's milk. Interesting, but again, healthy, and it's going to get me along that bicycle path full of energy. So an absolutely delicious breakfast before I got my video started is giving me the energy to continue, but as you can no doubt see, I am sweating a little bit, despite the fact that a lot of this bicycle path is covered with these beautiful overhanging trees. So I think the next stop is going to be some kind of refreshment to help me cool down.不好意思，我要一个椰子。一颗，我可以现喝，我可以吗？可以。很健康吗？吃这个很好，75。75，哇，便宜，哇，厉害。Oh my goodness, the perfect remedy for this insane Taichung heat. And as well as the different food vendors such as this that you'll find along bicycle paths like this all over Taichung, you'll also find some really interesting tourist attractions that we're going to get to later. But first, time for me to sit back, enjoy the first kilometer that I've just cycled. And this, I think, is my fourth food or drink of the day. And it should also be said that of those 21 different bicycle paths that are dotted all over this beautiful city of Taichung, each one has its own difficulty level. So regardless of your fitness level or age, there's a bicycle path fit for you here in Taichung. The one I'm doing today is probably on the more easy side, but definitely, even if you're not the kind of person that regularly goes cycling, this video is here to encourage you to get out, do some exercise, and enjoy the beautiful scenery of Taichung that is just a stone's throw away from the hustle and bustle of the city. And sometimes, as a resident of Taichung City living in Nanchun district, the hustle and bustle of the city can get a little bit too much, but just a 15-minute scooter drive out of the city, I'm here sipping a coconut on a tropical island surrounded by palm trees and the sound of insects and animals in the trees. Life couldn't get much better than here on this beautiful bicycle path. Okay, so there's one problem you're going to encounter when you're on basically any bicycle path in Taiwan because of the mountainous terrain. There's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, but on this bicycle path, the thing I love is they give you a bicycle ramp that can guide your bike down as you walk down or walk it up. Makes it super easy, and as I said, this is one of the easier bicycle paths in the district. So let's get down the steps, onto the road, and cycle along this beautiful river. Okay, so I'm really enjoying my day out here cycling along the CaoHu River bicycle path, but as you can no doubt see, we are battling a little bit with the heat as it's approaching summer here in Taiwan. But luckily for me, along this bicycle path at convenient locations, there are many of these liang ting, don't know about my tone, but they make for the perfect rest stop as you're cycling along and keep yourself out of that hot midday sun as I'm doing now. But I know what you've been thinking. You've been screaming at me, Alan, where is your hat? Why are you wearing short sleeves? You're gonna get burnt. But luckily for me, and amusingly, no doubt for you guys, I've come prepared. So in the clap of my hands, I have magically transformed to a Taiwanese AI. I am completely covered from the Taiwanese midday sun. Let's get back on the bike, head down to a really beautiful location that I really want to share with you. Da-da-da-da-da-da! Oh my goodness, I feel amazing. It's so cool. Definitely advise buying some arm protectors, a face protector. I'm wearing a hat, but yeah, I don't care what I look like. I'm having fun, enjoying the beautiful scenery here. But at my age, I don't care what I look like. Protect yourself at all costs. Make sure you're comfortable, and most importantly, have fun. Okay, and for the next part of the video, I have two things I want to share with you. For anybody outside of Taiwan that has never been here, you will not be aware of Super Supao. This is my food and drink number 5. But the more beautiful thing I want to share with you is this Mei Hua Lu. The representative animal of this bicycle path seems to be a deer. I've seen lots of them on the logos and on the signs. The local people of the area have adapted to the representative animal, and they've painted deer scenery all up and down the streets, probably a few hundred meters of murals and artwork that really just add an extra layer of beauty to the area. And it's not just here that you see this all over Taiwan. When there's a tourist attraction or a bicycle path or something that brings people to the area, you'll find that the local people will get involved in the spirit of things and give up their walls to local artists, which I really think shows the Taiwanese spirit of how they really like to encourage locals to come and visit certain areas. Perfect if you're an Instagram fan that likes to cycle. You can take your step off the bicycle path, come down and take some Instagram shots. Highly recommended. Stop by Mei Hua Lu when you come to visit the CaoHu River bicycle path. Okay, so talking of keeping cool in this extreme heat, I've come off the bicycle path for a few minutes into Dali town centre itself to visit a very famous local ice cream shop known as Meifang Oa Bing, where I've got myself some taro ice cream ordered and on the way. And before it arrives, I quickly want to introduce to you another location. It's just a couple of minutes around the corner from here, and that's known as Dali Art Plaza. And that is an incredibly interesting, very modern building with lots of different things going on inside. There's art exhibitions, business meeting center, a shopping center, a bit like a mall. And also I noticed there's an amazing center for kids to play with all sorts of different activities. But here is my ice cream. Thank you very much. And look at that. We have got two different flavors of ice cream. One is an original taro flavored ice cream. Oh my god, really creamy, subtle taro flavor with big chunks of taro mixed into it. Absolutely delicious and very cooling. That is like a different style of ice cream. That's so creamy. And as well as the ice cream, I'm also being served with a nice, fresh, iced shentao ta. Oh my god, that is always good on a hot summer day. Really cooling, really crisp flavors, and the ice just makes it all the better. And back to the ice cream, the second flavor I've got is a purple sweet potato. Reminds me a little bit of a purple yam, but apparently it's different. Let's give it a go. Interesting, it's got like a savory potato flavor. Not as sweet as the taro, but a little bit more creamy, no big chunks in this one. This is helping my sweating condition so much. Perfect. So some taro ice cream, some purple sweet potato ice cream, and some shentao ta, the perfect remedy for a hot summer's day here in Taiwan while riding a bike. And I really want to encourage you guys that not to take the bicycle paths in Taiwan too seriously. They are there for fun, to get out and enjoy yourself. So don't worry about eating too much. Use the bicycle paths to go and find some delicious foods, which here in Dali is quite easy. Talking of which, I'm going to jump back onto my U-bike, head all the way up to the end of the bicycle path, where I believe we can go in search of Dali Laojie, where there's going to be some delicious delicacies for me to try. Okay, and just like that, we are back on the bike, cycling along the CaoHu River. And a couple of things I want to highlight about this bicycle path is, number one, the safety. There are signs absolutely everywhere indicating no scooters allowed on this bicycle path. In fact, it's pretty impossible for scooters to get up here because of the way they've protected it with fences and guard railings. Second of all is just how amazingly close it is to the city, but right behind me you would think I'm in the middle of the countryside. This is one of the biggest things I love about Taichung, is that you can be in the city, take a 15-minute scooter ride, and then you're surrounded by nature and trees and greenery. And for the third thing, which I know a lot of you have come to this video for, this bicycle path is very accessible to foodies. There's a lot of restaurants and cultural locations where you can go and eat traditional foods just a few minutes either way when you come off the bicycle path. So as long as you do your research and find somewhere you want to eat, you're going to be guilt-free eating with the exercise, and then getting some calories in as well as getting them out. I'm almost at the end of the bicycle path right now, so I'm going to take a quick scoot into Dali town centre, where we're going to go to the Dali Laojie, the Dali Old Street, and hopefully I'll have some people can recommend me some nice foods to eat and bring us up to that 10 foods for the 10 kilometers we've cycled. So we've said goodbye to the bike and goodbye to the bicycle path for now, and we have arrived here in Dali Laojie. So we're going to have a little bit of a look around, see if there's any nice, traditional, delicious Taiwanese foods to eat. Okay, so despite it being Monday afternoon, when a lot of shops are closed around here, we've managed to find some delicious food to fill me up after that bike ride. And look at this. Ooh-wee. Freshly roasted sweet potato, super traditional, full of energy, and absolutely piping hot. Oh, this has to be one of my top simple foods in Taiwan. Nothing flashy, nothing special, but absolutely delicious. And in addition to the sweet potato, we've got a foreigner's first time in Taiwan. This is starfruit juice. I've never even seen a starfruit in real life, I think. Oh my goodness, wow. That's like a really subtle lemon juice. A little bit sour, but there's also a bit of sugar in there, something sweet. Not what I expected, but absolutely delicious, and at just $20, cheaper than any other refreshing drink you're gonna find. But I still think all of that cycling earlier this morning has earned me a few more calories. So let's continue our search here in Dali for some delicious Taiwanese foods. Okay, and for food number 9, maybe number 10, I'm not too sure how I've counted these foods. We've got a zuro shenbing, speciality here in Dali, maybe, who knows, but it looked absolutely delicious. Couldn't wait, so let's get my teeth into it. Absolutely chock full of juicy steamed pork, some spring onions, and some peppers and spices. Perfect, absolutely delicious. It even comes with its own certificate paperwork saying it's yummy. You've got to believe it. And just in case I counted wrong and was at 9 instead of 10, this is a Jotai Herze, a leek box, leek pie, but I know it's absolutely delicious and it's filled with spicy sauce. There's like glass noodles, a little bit of tofu, some peppers and spices, a plethora of ingredients all combining together to make a really perfect, delicious snack. Okay, so that's it. That's my 10 foods, 10 kilometers, the Taiwanese national sport of eating combined with the sport of cycling in one video, all brought together perfectly with, I think, the right number of foods. Maybe I ate too much, but when has that ever been a problem for me? All that's left for me to say is to encourage you as much as I possibly can to get out and use the bicycle paths here in Taichung. They are there for you. They are there for the people of Taiwan to use. And of course, as much as they are there for Taiwanese people, they are there for tourists too. Whether you're a keen cyclist or indeed if you haven't cycled for years, there's a bicycle path in Taichung just for you, fit for your fitness level. So get out, use the bike paths, and of course, use them as I have done today to travel between various food locations and enjoy the amazing foods on offer around the city of Taichung. If you have a favorite bicycle path here in Taichung that you like to ride on a regular basis, then comment down below. Maybe I'll go check it out and see what food options are around it. And of course, if there's any foods that you'd like to see me eat or anything that you think I missed here in Dali, then by all means, comment down below and let me know. But I think it's time for me to go home, take a well-earned rest. The food alone has made me tired, never mind the extra bit of cycling, but I've had fun here in Dali enjoying the bicycle path, so I hope you can do the same too. But time to say goodbye, so as for now, as always, I'll see you next time in my life in Taiwan. Peace, bye-bye!